What's up, everybody? Welcome to College Football Chatter, a part of the Bama Standard Network. As you guys can see here, we got, well, now apparently seems to be my main man here, Stephen M. Smith. Welcome to the show, brother.
Man, you know, Jonathan, we are thunder and lightning, bro. We are thunder and lightning. Let's go ahead and put that on a t-shirt and put our faces on there.
Bro, we got some news coming out of Tuscaloosa recently. And look, I know a lot of people don't want to hear about this. They don't want to talk about it, but we're going to talk about it anyways. We're talking about Tank Jones choosing Oregon over Bama. And look, there's a huge misconception out there. But Stephen M., I'm going to let you take this over because I know you're already going to talk about the misconception. Tell me why Tank Jones possibly chose Oregon over Bama and the effects this could have on the Bama recruiting class.
Well, Jonathan, so many people are saying, oh, it's NIL. Bama doesn't have the money. Bama doesn't have the infrastructure. Bama doesn't have the financial layout. That's not what it is.
Nope.
Courtney Morgan laid this out. The NIL, whether it was Bama, Oregon, Texas A&M, they were all mirroring each other. It was very similar, the financial structure. So this has nothing to do with compensation. This has nothing to do with name, image, likeness. This has nothing to do financially because all three deals are an exact mirror of each other.
Yep.
What this boils down to, Tank wants to be developed and get to the next level as fast as he possibly can. And he sees Oregon, which, by the way, Dan Lanning, head coach, was with Nick Saban at Alabama 2015. Dan Lanning was on that staff. People forget about that. And you look at Tosh Lupoy, who is going to be Tank's position coach along that defensive front. Lupoy was also at Alabama under Nick Saban as a defensive coordinator. So you have a defensive head coach. You have your defensive position coach. They were both under Nick Saban, who, by the way, started the recruitment of Tank Jones to Alabama prior to retirement. So what's going on through Tank's mind? I got two of the best defensive coaches who work with Coach Saban. They're now at Oregon, and I play defense. This is going to put me in the league faster. He talked about it. I know it's unique. I know it's different. I know I'm away from home, but this is the best spot for me because these two guys, defensive-oriented guys that got that toughness dog in them, they're going to pull it out of me. They're going to put me at the next level quick or as fast as I want to go to, especially with the success Oregon has recently had putting edge rushing guys in the NFL.
No doubt about it. And look, guys, it's not like we're losing our recruiting class. We've had an outstanding year.
No. You look at this. You've got 5 in-state guys already committed. You got C.D. Morgan committed. You got Xavier Crowell committed. You got Zion Gibson committed. You got Zay Hall committed. You got Kamarian Johnson out of Muscle Shoals committed. That's 5 guys. It's not over until pen hits paper.
Yep.
Bama is still going to be recruiting Tank. This is just the initial, okay, Oregon had a higher chess piece. Now the game's really on, right? It was when you play chess. It's like somebody took your rook, somebody took your bishop. Okay, now it's on. Like we're going to really play chess now. So now this has the ball back in Courtney Morgan's court. What do I do now? What's my next move to try to get Tank back on board here? Now this puts the ball back into Kalen DeBoer and Kane Womack's court. What do we do to get the home in-state guy back home? Now you enlist guys like Ryan Williams. Hey, Ryan, you're from Mobile. Tank's from Mobile. Get your boy involved here. Now you put on Cedarian Morgan, C.D. Morgan. You from Bama. You close with Tank. Talk to your boy. Xavier Crowell, EJ. You from Bama. He from Bama. Talk to him. Now you put on the full court press. Because remember, Jonathan, when Nick Saban initially retired, who took a step back? Ryan Williams did.
Exactly.
Because Ryan didn't know. Hey, Saban gone. I don't know if I want this. What happened? The moment Kalen DeBoer came in, he put the full court press on Ryan Williams and got Ryan back recommitted. So now we see the chess piece. Oregon's made this move. They've got Dan Lanning. They've got Tosh Lupoy. They pushed that relationship. They pushed that momentum. Tank vibed with it. He committed. Now the ball is back at Alabama's court. Okay, what do we need to do now to get Tank back on board here and coming back home?
So I want to take 2 things out of this before we finish up this topic. The first piece is this. NIL has nothing to do with this. Let's be realistic at this point. We know the information that's already out there. So, in my opinion, he's from Mobile. He's from Alabama. Guys, I would not be panicking if I'm a Bama fan because it's right there for the taking. All it has to do is take Courtney Morgan, like you said. And the second piece of this is doing something that AJ McCarron has talked about previously on his podcast about, hey, just because we're being recruited by a position coach doesn't mean I like that position coach. He didn't go to Alabama because of the position coach. I'm not going to name names out there. You can go watch his podcast. He said what happened is Nick Saban had to step in and swap who was recruiting me to get me to Alabama. I think you could see something very similar with Tank Jones coming to play. I get it, Christian Robinson's on a roll, but it doesn't mean he's the best fit to recruit him.
So with that being said, there, Jonathan, with that being said, if a switch has to happen, you have to wonder, does that switch become either Kane Womack himself,
exactly,
who was the head coach at South Alabama for a while, or does the switch happens to be Freddie Roach? That's the big deal. It's got to be, which one is the switch? Do you make the switch with Freddie Roach and have him be the coach to get Tank, or do you make the switch with, hey, Kane Womack, you're the defensive coordinator. You're going to more than likely spend the most amount of time with him. You are from the Mobile. You are used to the Mobile area, Kane. You coach down there. You were the head man at South Alabama. You've been to a lot of this guy's high school games while you were coaching at South Alabama. So, Kane, this would be your opportunity.